Chapter 3, the one where we go to the silos. Hey!
The side streets of Cracker Barrel.
You need to brush your hair big time.
Hi, Scrobley.
I broke an acorn. This is what the nut looks like. This isn't the actual nut, I don't think. I think the nut is still in here. It might not be. No, this is the nut. I can tell because it's chipped right here. And that's what the inside of a nut looks like.
Neat!
Dad, look, I broke an acorn open. So if you wash this, you can just like eat it.
Nice.
You gotta wash it. Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Grandpa Watson taught me that.
Ooh, very interesting. Left one's good. Right one's good. Brakes are good. All right. Rolling out of Wichita Falls. It's actually really warm here today, like 60-something degrees. So great day for driving and visiting one of my favorite places I've always wanted to go. Stopping for gas before we head out of town. Lost our motion sensor light off of the rig. Oops. Guess we'll put that on the checklist to double check next time. But they sell them at Walmart, but it's a really great light, so I was sad to see it careen off the top of the vintage bean and shatter on the side of the road. But it'd be like that sometimes.
Won't it be fun to tear off the paper so that what's inside will be revealed for everybody to see?
So a little more self-deprivation involved in the boondocking style of this trip as opposed to living full-time in our Argosy. So there's no shower in the vintage bean, which when we're staying at RV parks, that doesn't matter because you can go to the RV park that has a shower, or the RV park bathhouse. But because we're on the road and we're boondocking, which means we don't have full hookups or anything, I'm feeling the grunge today, not gonna lie.
Definitely. Day 3, no shower.
Yep.
2 more to go, I think.
So there are supplies that help with this. There's Venture wipes that are, I think they're on Amazon, right? They're like giant baby wipes that tout the cleanliness of a shower. We've just been using baby wipes to kind of freshen up. We do have the sink in the rig to wash our faces and hands and that kind of stuff. So there is potential for feeling refreshed. But our clothes are kind of like the same outfits every day. I've been rocking the Britney Spears. Can't really see it, but yeah, so I do miss that about our Argosy. But it's part of the cross-country story, you know, the sacrifices we make to have adventure.
Yeah, and if we were in the Argosy, we could shower even if we were boondocking, just because we have pretty good size freshwater gray and black tanks. We just don't have the room for those in this tiny little guy. We do have water for washing our hands, just a tiny little sink in there, and some storage for gray water. It's just not a lot. It's more like bare necessities.
Right, so not the same, but still fun. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun stop for gas and potties. We're about an hour and 45 minutes from the silos. It's raining-ish out, so we may not be able to stay as long as I wanted, but I'm still gonna get some cupcakes and some coffee. Right, guys? I think there's a Cracker Barrel 2 or 3 hours past the silos. There's one in Shreveport, Louisiana, and there's another one in West Monroe, Louisiana, I think the Daddy had me call. So
How far is that?
I think West Monroe was the farthest. It was like 5.5 hours. Shreveport is closer, but it just depends on how far we get, because we're how many hours from Murphy, North Carolina?
13 hours and 41 minutes when we are at the silos.
Smells like chicken fried steak.
So for traffic, we try to use Waze. We typically cross-reference with Google Maps, right?
Yeah, I use Google Maps and Waze a lot, but I usually use Waze only while actively driving. I'll pre-map trips and stuff via Google Maps.
We're stuck in traffic again. So we're in Dallas-Fort Worth or outside Fort Worth.
Yeah, we're
past
in
Fort Worth.
Dallas-Fort Worth.
We're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And this looks like maybe their lunchtime traffic, because it's like 1:15. I don't think it's rush hour yet, because I don't think that would be like till 3 at
I
least.
think there's also construction too, so.
We have seen a lot of construction. There's several exits that were blocked off by police, so they must be doing some type of construction project. But that can put a damper on your travel day if you've got a lot of places to go, people to see, and you're stuck in traffic. But we do Waze and Google Maps. There are, I'm sure, other things, but those have worked the best for us.
Faster.
900 feet. Keep right.
So we're a few minutes from the silos, Magnolia Market. Very excited. So weather isn't too crazy right now, so we'll just see what is open. They have extended holiday hours, so we're trying to decide whether or not we should spend the remainder of the day there. If that would be
in 1.9 miles.
Fun,
Turn right on East
then we
Waco
can
Drive.
go on tomorrow, leave early for a longer drive day, or if we should just stay for a little bit and then carry on. So what do you think, Gobi?
I think we should just stay for a little bit and then move on.
All right, so
I want to stay there.
yeah, what do you want to do there? Yeah, I know you guys want to stretch your legs and run around, so we'll see what they have there. And of course, Mommy wants to shop.
Look, there's even colored leaves on the trees. Still little remnants of that. All right, good. Road closed. Thanks,
Blue duck? We've entered a foreign planet.
Gonna ride on a blue duck.
What's the blue duck?
I need my journal. I need to rate this place 0 stars.
Why? We haven't been anywhere yet.
It just looks like a town or a city.
Yeah, it's
Small
just a big city.
It looks like it's very small city.
Oh, a small city? I was gonna say big because it reminds me of LA, like with the way the streets are like really tight and narrow.
No, this is 25.
It reminds me more of like Texas version of Asheville, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It does
It's
have
streets, but it's got like kind of an old
It looks
building.
crunchy.
has some artsy fartsy
Turn left on
vibes.
Austin Avenue.
Artsy fartsy vibes.
Turn left on South 6th Street.
It's pretty. I bet during the peak of the colors, that was really pretty. Well, most people are trying to pull an RV somewhere.
Trying to find a place to park. We've circled around a few times. We're gonna see how this parking lot looks. We had a gentleman in his car gesturing to us in such a way as we pulled in here, so I don't know. We'll see what we shall see. Probably won't stay as long as we wanted to the silos. We did find a parking spot. I'm not convinced about the safety of the area, unfortunately. And the rig draws a lot of attention, rightly so. So we're probably gonna get our cupcakes, our coffee, our food truck stuff, and head on out of here.
No, you can hold it. I'm not gonna shove it. I would only do that to Dad.
Here at Magnolia Press to order some stuff we picked out like hours ago on the trip. Super stoked.
Look, that's what the train track was. There used to be two.
Got us the seat so we can chillax for a minute. Oh my word.
Do
Cakes.
you want us to get the cupcakes while you sit here?
Christmas trees. Fake Christmas trees. This big.
Right? It's gorgeous. Can we try to get a family photo, you think, in front of it?
Cake. What meat there?
Woo, sorry, buddy.
Holy, look at the sun.
Woo, that's us. Thank you. Awesome, thank you so much. Got it, pal?
So, Sonara, who kicked it? Did you kick it away from her? Hi, Sonara.
Back from the silos, we are in the rig. I'm gonna quickly make some sandwiches for the road. We're gonna head on and try to make it to Shreveport this evening. So I'm gonna cut some tomatoes, compile some things. We got multiple cupcakes. Can't wait to do a review for you guys on how good it is.
On that snow.
Wow, so we had such a great experience. It's extremely hot here, actually. Not what we were expecting. Very humid. So yeah, I'm roasting. It's like in the
Evan,
80s.
it came back to scorching.
However,
place.
so I want to show you guys some things we got. Limited edition Peppermint Brownie cookie. I'm doing a terrible job of videoing this, but I got that for Sonora because she loves chocolate moon things. Obi got a croissant to make a sandwich with. Dada got a prize pig biscuit with, it's like bacon, chives, and cheddar. So I'm gonna make him a sandwich with that, some chicken. We got multiple cupcakes. Bomb. Okay, review of the cinnamon roll. This is the classic cinnamon roll, not the nutty one with maple frosting. So this is their cinnamon roll. It says they make them every day and has cream cheese icing. So I did cut it, and I will say I was disappointed that it was very challenging to cut. So that leads me to believe that perhaps it's not that soft. But I'm gonna go for the center part because the best part of the cinnamon roll is the center part.
Not really.
It is. Okay.
We're gonna get some of your card. Please see cashier immediately.
So I will say the flavor is excellent. The texture, you know, fresh baked goods that don't have a lot of preservatives in them and don't have a great shelf life are a challenge. So it definitely tastes like a day-old, all-natural cinnamon roll, if that makes sense. So not like Cinnabon that has a real synthetic flavor of cinnamon. Cream cheese icing, spot on, amazing. That I could just have in a cup, separate with a spoon besides this. But I would say cinnamon roll from Silo's Baking Company, out of 10, 6. A 6. There we go.
How's the icing?
I will say the cold brew was fabulous. It was a mixture of a medium and a dark roast, not bitter, which is so refreshing. Great caffeine content, very clean tasting. Highly enjoy the cold brew. And then Scott, you got the 1905. It's the house latte. How was that?
It was very good. It was very sweet. I like sweet coffee drinks. And it was very sweet. It tasted good. I don't really know what it tasted like. But
it was vanilla and marshmallow is what it said. Vanilla and marshmallow syrups, but it smelled amazing.
It didn't taste really synthetic. Sometimes the syrups at Starbucks have really plasticky taste or something. And it didn't taste like that. It was nice and smooth.
Right, like almost like an air freshener. Like there's a fragrance oil in sometimes the Starbucks drinks that have flavors in them. Like they smell really sweet and good, and then you taste it and it's like different. So I think that the Magnolia Press was fabulous. I got a special, woo! Peppermint, mint.
Continue straight for
Well, peppermint
35
mint.
minutes to State Highway 31.
Mint brownie cookie. How is it, Sonora?
Pretty good.
Yeah, how's the texture? More like a brownie or a cookie?
More like a brownie.
Is it pretty chocolatey? Could you compare it to anything else you've eaten your whole life?
It's pretty good. It's better than a brownie.
Nice. Ooh, I will try something.
No. That's fine. All right. So I have reviewed the lemon lavender cupcake, and the frosting is excellent. Buttercream, lemon, and frosting. Perfection. And
Watch out. Object
cake
on road
itself
ahead.
is more lemony than lavendery. A lot more lemon.
Mm-hmm.
Not really too much of a lavender flavor, but there's not too much lemon either. I think it's a perfect combination. I'd rate it 9 out of 10.
Wow. High praise.
Neither does the API.
I have to say, I also had some bites of the lavender lemon cupcake, and I was really surprised at how amazing it was. Again, real lemon flavor, not synthetic lemon. And the lavender was subtle, but just enough to give it something extra to think, ooh, that's a good cupcake. You can't really tell, but this is probably one of the bumpier roads we've been on so far this trip. You would never know this was a paved road based on how much we're bouncing around in here.
There's no, but the speed limit's also 75. So.
The speed limit is 75, but I'm pretty sure.
We may slow it down.
We might slow it down a fuzz.
Alright, so I'm reviewing the nuts and bolts cupcake.
Yep. The cream cheese frosting is amazing.
The frosting is the world's best cupcake frosting.
Definitely. I concur.
And just,
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the nuts on it are very good. Thankfully, they've been washed. And so, overall, I would rate this cupcake 10 out of 10.
Awesome. So Obi and I share the nuts and bolts, and I love cream cheese frosting in all forms. Now, this is a fabulous cream cheese frosting. Very light, not overpowering, and like soured, and also not too sweet. The cupcake itself, I'm so glad this didn't have banana in it. I feel like there's is it hummingbird cake? There's some kind of cake that has a bunch of nuts in it, and cream cheese frosting and other things, and the banana is like overbearing. So there's no banana in this, thankfully, and it is just a perfect butter pecan, caramely flavored cupcake, excellently moist, great crumb on it, and a great frosting. I agree with Obi, 10 out of 10. So Scott wanted something savory from Silo's Baking Company, so we got him the prize pig, and it's a bacon cheddar chive scratch made biscuit, and let's hear his thoughts.
So it's pretty good. It reminds me, here's the visual here. It's kind of dark in here. But we added lunch meat and sliced tomato to make a sandwich. But I think it's pretty much the Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster.
Okay.
With bacon bits and chives added into the mix.
Nice.
But it's good. Got a nice crunch on the outside and soft and chewy on the inside.
So it's not dry and crumbly on the inside.
It is not. It's nice and moist. Got some good texture going on there.
Excellent.
Yep, it's pretty good.
I was thinking earlier, and I think that we should definitely do this, a breakfast sandwich with a prize pig biscuit with a big wad of eggs, some thick sliced bacon, some sharp cheddar cheese, heirloom tomato, some hollandaise. Holidays, it will be so nice, holidays. I think we're on to something there with that sandwich. So, Magnolia Table, take note. So, eating in the vehicles has been a challenge throughout the years. We were just discussing some recent experiences. Sonora.
How that recent? So, a few weeks ago, that we were having like these fried chicken tenders, and there was one that looked like a chicken head. And Obi ate it, and he said it was super crunchy, so it could have been a chicken head.
Then there was the trip where Obi got jelly on your pillow.
Yeah.
And you cried for miles because you said there was jelly everywhere.
I hate jelly.
All over you. Yes, Sonora
It's so
hates jelly.
gross.
The texture, the flavor, the everything about it.
She doesn't like the flavor, she just doesn't like the texture and how it's sticky.
It is sticky.
Like syrup.
Yes. So when I was in middle school, I think late middle school, we went on a youth group trip and we went to Burger King. I think it was Burger King, a fast food establishment. It had these croissant breakfast sandwiches, and there was some kind of deal where we all got a croissant sandwich, and there was this one person who didn't want that, and they wanted French toast sticks. Well, the French toast dipping sticks, you put it in the syrup, and then you're in your mind picture, we're all in this van that's 1,000 years old with like cracked vinyl seats and everything, and we're sliding around like crazy. So we took a turn to get on the interstate, and her syrup went all over the front of her, and we look back and she's weeping and there's syrup everywhere, and she was just like, it's everywhere.
What was this?
So that was, I think, a poor road trip food experience.
Also, a long time ago, Sonora spilled mustard on my pillow.
Like honey mustard or yellow mustard?
I think it was yellow mustard.
Spicy brown mustard. How did she get mustard on your pillow?
Well, Daddy took a turn and it slid and fell on my belly.
Oh dear.
That's payback for the jelly. That happened before the jelly.
The lighting's bad, isn't it? We made it to Shreveport, Louisiana. We parked on the hotel side. There's also a Walmart and then a cantina over this way that's open late. I don't prefer Walmart-ish areas for boondocking because they're very busy. There's bright lights. There's always a lot of activity.
Is Louisiana a state?
Yes, Louisiana state.
We're out of Texas.
We're out of Texas. Oh, I never saw the sign.
Where
That's
are we?
weird.
Mississippi?
No, Louisiana.
Luo.
Anywho, we're gonna unpack some things, possibly grab a bite, we're not really sure, and head to
Daddy
bed.
and me are hungry.
You guys are hungry.
It's not me like just browsing at stuff, you know?
Is that a worm? It's a slug. I haven't seen a slug in ages.
They're second most poisonous. Although you probably wouldn't want to eat a sea slug anyway. Not just because they're poisonous, they've just been sitting in the ocean, you know? With all of those kinds of things on them.
All right, chapter 3 coming to a close. Fabulous day at the silos, definitely one for the bucket list. I think I would like to return on a girls trip though. I think it'd be a fun girls trip. Lots of girly stuff, right, Scrubbly?
Yeah, but boys will be somewhere else probably
Yeah.
doing weird stuff at a Monster Truck Stadium with Uncle Tim.
Maybe so. So perhaps future event. However, thank you for watching. Good night, Shreveport.
We'll see you at chapter 4.
That's right. Stay tuned. Chapter 4.